It's a risky proposition.
Yeah, more of those, please.
Could be this endless cycle of us rebuying the same game again and again.
Probably got me to play it another 4 or 5 times through.
I don't think anything about it.
Well,
It doesn't even register.
you may not know enough about the topic. Maybe that's why it's not registering. So when they remake a game in HD, they don't just make it again, they remake it. With like all new graphics sometimes. Like the new DuckTales coming out. They redrew every DuckTale. They took Scrooge's little sprite from the NES days. Made him a little hand-drawn character. Bopping around on his pogo stick cane.
HD means hand-drawn?
No. What if it did? What if they just took all the games and HD'd them, hand-drawing them?
That I would care about.
But if they just make it high definitions with less sparkling edges, cleaner edges.
I guess that's okay.
Alright. So HD high definition. HD hand-drawn? Huh?
Huh?
Oh, okay.
I like HD re-releases more than brand new games. I mean, if I can pay $50 and I got, Metroid Prime Trilogy all in one freaking disc, look at that. That's beautiful. It's beautiful. I mean, I'm gonna do that instead of buying a brand new game. But I have no idea if I like it or not. Oh, what else? I got so many. Look at all these. I love the HD re-releases.
I like HD remakes. They give me an excuse to play a game again. And a lot of times you don't finish games, so why not come back at it in a better looking version? I have no problem with it.
My problem with so many HD remakes is that when they get shown off and they look so good, like Wind Waker, I'm like, oh man, I really want to play that, so I'm gonna go and play it because I own it. And then when it comes out, I'm like, oh, I already played it like 6 months ago, whatever. So yeah, I mean, it just kind of gets me hyped about a game I already own and want to play again because I don't have the patience to wait for the better version. So
I actually really like HD remakes if they're done well, because it's like you only have one real chance to get it right. I didn't get Silent Hill, but I remember that collection of people having some issues with like fog not being correct and all these random issues, and Konami really seemed to drop the ball. They're a great way to go back and experience games that you missed out on originally. Like, I missed a ton of PlayStation 2 games, so all of the re-releases for PS3, that's just a great, convenient way for me to try out these series that I just straight up did not play. And going with that, it also helps consolidate shelf space, and that will probably be less of an issue going forward with digital games, but that's another added bonus on top of that. And it's interesting because at some point hardware is going to fail. I mean, I have a bunch of consoles, but I can't always have them all plugged in. And it's nice to think that I can always go back and say pull out a Super Nintendo, pull out something, I don't know, newer like a Dreamcast. But at some point, those are inevitably going to fail. And when that happens, well, I hope I have I can play the game on newer hardware, either through emulation, but preferably through something like an HD remake that's true to the original. And then the other thing that's interesting about HD remakes is it's like, what are we going to do going forward when HD is not enough? Are we going to have Ultra HD remakes?
Given the fact that I have been campaigning for a Majora's Mask remake for the past several years, I would probably have to say yes. It's kind of no secret that early N64 games were pretty terrible looking, and even some of the PS2, GameCube, and Xbox generation games are starting to look kind of crap. And I don't really see anything wrong with it, as long as the people that go back and redo it are respectful to the original material and don't pull the same kind of crap that George Lucas and Steven Spielberg are kind of known for. I would say that there's a huge difference between, trying to add in computer effects where they weren't necessary or needed, especially in an era where computer effects were in their infancy, and then trying to go in and, fully recognizing that there were really, really severe limitations on everything that we could possibly do with games at the time, reworking that to make it look pretty good. I really enjoyed the Resident Evil 4 remake for the Xbox 360. And it probably got me to play it another 4 or 5 times through, because Resident Evil 4 is fucking fantastic and everybody should play that. And, yeah, Ocarina of Time was great on the 3DS, and, we should probably have a Majora's Mask remake. I might put that on the PC, because the Wii U's not good enough for me. I want it to look prettier. And also, Theophany should probably do the soundtrack. Yeah.
I'm torn about this because there are obvious benefits both to the consumers and the industry when it comes to remakes. They're typically priced more affordably, and the games deemed worthy of re-release are chosen because they resonated with people, became popular titles or franchises, so I get that. They provide a great opportunity to introduce new players to an ongoing series and take advantage of nostalgia that older players might feel, and that's good. But when it goes bad, man, it really goes bad, and that can be particularly harmful when it comes to those new players. I can see how people who are experiencing Silent Hill for the first time might be just completely turned off to the series after the HD remake, just because it was junk. And those returning players, they lose faith in the publisher's continued plans for the franchise when they see a product that's substandard, especially when it's ground that's already been covered, that they have an emotional attachment to, and that it's just not right. I mean, even little things like the remake of Metal Gear Solid on the GameCube, the Twin Snakes, just the littlest changes like the change in the voice acting or the addition of scenes can totally change the product. So it's something you have to be really, really careful about. But I keep buying them.